Welcome to week 2. It is week 2 of the Road to Half Marathon, and I am very happy on reflection of how last week's runs went, and I can only hope the same for this week. Let's be honest, we're just aiming for consistency in this phase 1. So the idea is that we're building the habit of running 3 times a week. We're staying consistent, we're getting in the training, and most importantly, we're enjoying the process with all that comes with, whether it's the good, the bad, or the ugly, or all of the above. This week is going to be a very similar setup to that of last week, where we're going to be doing just a general get out and go run is what I'm calling it. We're going to be doing some intervals, and we're also going to be doing a longer run, which is a little bit on the slower side, and gradually increasing that as the weeks hopefully go by, to again get to that longer distance that we are striving for in this little series of mine. I must admit, it is Wednesday today, and we have already done Tuesday's run, which we will cut to in a second. The reason I'm doing this backwards is because it was quite late by the time that I was getting out for our first run, and it was going dark, you couldn't see me properly, and I just wanted to get out and do the run rather than worrying about introducing the week. So let's cut to week 2, training 1. We are in a new place today. Today I'm just going to take it nice and easy, especially because it's almost dark. Haven't planned this very well. We're just gonna go and get it done. My aim is to do about 40 minutes of running, so 20 minutes in this direction and then 20 minutes on the way back. That is the plan. The good thing about today is that this route is really pretty. So not only do we have the sunset, we have things like bridges and mini waterfalls and things, which is nice. We are on a little bit of a downhill stretch now. It's really weird here because it's either a really slight uphill or a really slight downhill, but you can feel it all the way. So this is a nice little breather at the minute. Going uphill for warm-up is not ideal. That we're going under, this is literally my childhood. I spent so much time down here and in this forest. I was such a tomboy. I feel like this is turning into a bit of a this is where I grew up tour. Where we begin again. We've turned around, and this is where this gradual uphill begins. I'm already tired and it's just begun. I'm a bit confused because when I started heading back, it was like bang on 20 minutes of running, and I've just checked my watch and we're about 5 minutes away from the car, and it's only 25, so I don't understand what's going on there. I haven't got faster by any means, but we're gonna have to make this route a little bit longer. We're back at the car spot with about 7 minutes to go, and there's still a little bit of light in the sky, which is a win. Training 1 done. That actually felt nice. I needed that today. It's been a long day, lots of sitting down, and it was definitely nice to make the most of the last of the daylight that we had. So today we did 40 minutes, pretty much bang on, and just a fairly slow pace. I wasn't pushing by any means, and we did 5.4k, which I'm quite happy with. I was just saying to my mum before I came out, I didn't want to do over 5. I was like, where can I run that is under 5k? So that was a nice, pretty much bang on target in terms of what I was after. I'm feeling pretty good. All done. Number 1 done. And we're back. So now it is Wednesday. Today I'm just about to head into the gym. We're just going to do a whole body workout. I'm quite happy with how yesterday went, and I kind of like the idea of going for time as well sometimes. I might do that a little bit more in the future in terms of aiming for time spent running rather than a distance, etc. Just as a ways to mix things up a little bit and focus on different aspects of run training, I suppose. So I'm quite happy with how yesterday went. There was a little bit of a gradual hill, as I would have told you as well. Literally where I grew up, it's either up or down and there's no in between. It's just incline. There's hills everywhere, which is good, obviously, for getting some variation in, but it just takes my breath away. Let's cut to our intervals training 2. Okie dokie. It's Saturday today and I'm a little bit behind, I'm not gonna lie, but today I wanted to get our long run done because I feel like it's easier psychologically to get the long run done today on Saturday, and then I can do intervals tomorrow which are shorter, and yes, it's more intense, but I figured rather than doing intervals today, feeling tired after intervals and not wanting to run tomorrow, getting the long run out of the way now feels more achievable, and then doing intervals perhaps tomorrow where it's faster, as in quicker to get it done, etc. So that's my plan for today. So I've just parked up. We're going to be going along the cycle path which we did at the start of the week. I feel a little bit annoyed at myself that I couldn't squeeze it in, unfortunately, on the Thursday. I don't know when I did my last run. Was it Tuesday? I've had a few days, okay? So that happens. It's unfortunate that, yeah, these things happen, and that's what we knew this was going to happen, and that's fine. So, you know, we're just rolling with the punches, so to speak. Let's get it done. Session 2. Let's go. I always forget to get the playlist ready before we, get out of the car and stuff. We've just had a little car jam as well. I just half listened to, Sing, the movie, Don't You Worry About a Thing, with a little elephant. So I've just been listening to that partially on the TV, and that was today's motivational song to get us out of the door. Session 2 begins. The plan is to just do more than 5 today because I'm going out later and I need to wash my hair. So I'm just kind of going to do low and slow as planned. But the aim is to do more than 5. So where I've started is classed as a place called Britannia. where we ran through the other day. I'm going to try and go to Whitworth along the cycle path. So this is what it kind of looks like in terms of a track. And yeah, we'll just kind of go low and slow, breathe the way through. We've reached new territory. So I've just, just come down the hill that was in the last training, and instead of turning around, we're just carrying on. That is the good thing about home, is that the cycle paths are really good. They go on for a while. It's just started raining. Fantastic. We had rain this morning and it came out of nowhere and it was like horizontal and it started hailing. So let's hope that isn't going to be the case today. But knowing my luck, it will be. So I'm just going to go pretty much for as long as I feel able and then turn around. That's the plan for today. But also to keep an eye on distance, just because of what happened last time. The rain has begun. We are 3.7k in. It started raining about 4 minutes ago. It's calming down a little bit now though. I know where I'm going to turn around, but the problem is that it's uphill on the way back. Bro, why? I'm just glad that I set off before it started raining, because I definitely wouldn't have gone out. So it's high wash day, it's fine. We've not lost out on good hair today. I'm gonna try and break my fear of stage fright and film on the main road. We've just reached 5k and we're well on the way back. I'm kind of coming up to the point that I hit 4k, so we've turned round about 4.5, which is good. However, we are absolutely going uphill now. Incline done for now at least. I just really needed something slow then as a song, and it was all this dance music, which is not ideal because I don't want to go fast. But we were saved by Arctic Monkeys' Fluorescent Adolescence. That is what fueled that incline, slow and steady. 6k, and it's like Spotify read my mind. We're now on Thunderstruck, AC/DC. Let's get it. We've got quite another big incline coming up. We got this fueled by rock. Cycle path. It is currently 7k, and I think this is probably gonna result in about 8 by the time we finished. I'm just glad that the rain has stopped. Well, not stopped, it's still going, but it's much better than it was literally before, with the wind as well. It was, you know, when it goes into your eyelashes and I couldn't see anything. So this is much more manageable. The bridge in all of her glory. Gorgeous. The end is in sight. Just a little bit more We're currently sat at like 7, so I'm gonna carry on to 8. Call it a day. Training 2. Just loads of freaking clouds. Just need to go out, honestly, like as soon as it starts to rain. Anyway, it's done. We did it. Well, isn't it a freaking good job that it didn't start raining before we left, because there was no way if I'd have seen that out the window. Literally horizontal. 8 kilometers, 54 minutes. Pretty happy with that. 6:47 pace. That's not bad for me, considering there was some mighty hills in there for me. I'm losing my mind. I'm pretty happy with that. It's done. We've done number 2. 1 more to go, which takes the pressure off, because if I didn't do today, then we would have messed up the routine. I'm so thirsty now. Do you know when you run as well, there was a point at which I was like, I feel so hungry that I'm empty, like I have a zero inside. Yeah, I was at that point. We was going uphill as well, and I felt so hungry and empty that I feel like, yeah, there was nothing left for me to give. And that's not a great feeling to have when you're going uphill. Intervals to go tomorrow, and another solid week in the bag, minus the rain, but we got through it. Another portfolio of proof. It was like sleet at one point. Literally could not see, like the kind of rain where it's in your eyes. Like at one point there was still raindrops in my eyelashes. Pouring down my face, like I've literally just been in the shower. I don't know what it is as well. When I run, I get a little bit like snotty. Well, with exercise, I think it's quite normal. I think it happens to a lot of people. But at one point, I was like, I don't know if this is rain, if this is sweat, if this is snot on my face. It was just pouring. Training 2, done and dusted. Let's go. Training 3. Let's get it. We're on a high. It's Sunday today. I have not long been up, as you can tell. I haven't even brushed my hair, and I've just been having a look at the weather because, of course, I had hair wash day yesterday, which is not ideal for, firstly, trying to do intervals, secondly, trying to dodge the rain. And I've just been having a look at the clouds, and it is hit and miss. I'm not gonna lie, it could go either way today, which is far from ideal. But the issue that I have is that I'm going out in the afternoon, and I don't know when I'm going to be back in the evening, which is then difficult to try and plan training into this whole mixture of managing life, etc. So I've decided, I've literally just leapt up and decided that we're gonna bite the bullet and go out now. It is 11:09. I'm hoping that I'm gonna dodge the rain. I'm gonna run close to the house, as close as we can, to get this in, and hopefully be able to get back without wet hair. Yes. Okay, let's go. I feel like I've just bigged this up for nothing, because it is actually sunny out now, but there are some quite grey clouds in places, so hopefully we can dodge them. I need to chill out first of all, because I'm trying to warm up and my heart rate is literally through the roof, but it doesn't help that we're warming up on an incline. Hill up, hill down, no in between. I didn't sync my watching time before leaving the house, which means we don't actually have a structured training plan. So no structure for today. but that's okay. We can wing it. I'm happy to wing it. So what I was thinking, similar to what we did last time, in terms of a 10-minute warm-up, which we're about halfway through, and then I'm gonna do 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off of running, like run as fast as you can, and then 2 minutes of rest or walk, and repeat until we've done this loop. The issue is, like I said, there's a lot of incline and decline. So yeah, let's see how we go. I have just felt a few raindrops, so fingers crossed. Wish me luck. Save the good hair day. First one is going to begin. I'm just going to push as much as I can for the next 2 minutes. The hill has already started. That was a lot. The view, even if it isn't sunny, you know, but imagine if it was. So nice. Number 3. The rest is actually probably a little bit too long, but I'm just taking it easy as well, like just building a habit. Chill out. Number 4, we're going to be dropping down onto the cycle path in a minute, so we're on familiar territory now. Number 5. We are on number 6. I don't have enough hands to show you. 5, 6. And we've just met 4 kilometers. I'm feeling good. I'm actually feeling really good because the rest is more than adequate. Which waterfall? Which is actually a nice little breather, just to kind of, again, heart rate, breathing rate down. So I'm very happy with today's structure. I think if I wanted to make it more challenging, I'd definitely be looking to reduce that rest down to a minute instead of 2. But it's good for today. We're on number 8 now. Not got long left, I'm sure. I actually don't know that. I'm just trying to make myself feel better. No, is this number 9? I think this might be 9. I'm gonna call it at 10. I think that's plenty. And we will more than likely be at home at that point. So, feeling good. 2 more. We got number 10 in, but I didn't film it because I'm too chicken because we were in the centre. But this is Death Hill. Thankfully we're not running up it, but we are almost home and we dodged the rain, which is the main aim of today's training, was to train and dodge the rain, and that we did. We have refueled. I've got my tea ready, just a herbal, tropical, so good. And we are ready to recap the week. And again, I'm just really glad, especially because it is Sunday. We have got this last session in the bag today because that really could have messed me up. It's been a busy week. What we have been up to. So we had our 3 run sessions. Our first one was 40 minutes, 5.4k, and that was our, I'm going to call it tempo session. Maybe it wasn't exactly tempo. And then we did yesterday, Saturday, which was our long run to get it over and done with out of the way. This one was 54 minutes and we did 8k. And then today we have just done our interval session and we did absolutely make it up as we went along, but I actually quite enjoyed it. It was nice. It was a chill interval session. We did 50 minutes and that was 6.7 kilometers, which gives us a total distance of 20 kilometers 0.13, which is pretty consistent with last week at like 22. So I am really happy with that. Again, this is phase 1. Build the habit 3 times a week, get out there and build up some mileage in these legs of mine. So I'm feeling quite good. Overnight oats, prep them with mum at the beginning of the week. Jamie Oliver, out of a Jamie Oliver book, so good, very much recommend. And I'm just catching up on I'm a Celebrity. I don't really watch this kind of reality TV, but I have been since I've been at mum's and I'm really liking it. Little guilty pleasure of indulging in someone else's drama, you know. That is it for week 2. Thank you so much for coming along. If you've made it to this point, I'm so happy to have you here. And yeah, let's see what week 3 brings. I think next week I'm maybe going to try and step it up a little bit in terms of keeping that same structure, but maybe trying to get a couple more long runs in. So I think at the minute we did our 9 last week and then 8 today. 8 this week for our long run. I'm maybe going to try and push it out a little bit more so we might enter double digits. But we'll see. No promises. Very much chill. We'll see how we feel. But thank you so much for coming along with me. So happy to have you here. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.
You will get 45 seconds to look at a sequence of